Hey, what's going on, guys? The Langbanger here. So, I have not been on here for quite a while, so I am going to show you a profile for the new January 2020 format. This isn't going to be anything, you know, too crazy. It's rather cookie cutterish. It's true Draco. It's updated. So diagram did go to one. Card of Demise went to one. But honestly, I'm just gonna explore other ways to try and make this deck work. So I mean, honestly, like just looking back over the years of me playing, honestly, like I've really liked stun decks. It's kind of just like who I am as a player. So it's like you know I really just didn't want to give up on the deck. And then also, I mean, honestly, it's so cheap. I mean, why not just have it built like as a side deck? I know that this deck gets a whole lot of flack and hate. I fully get it. But yeah, it is still, fun to me to play. I will have more profiles coming. So you will see a little bit of, text that maybe other people aren't using. Or, I kind of saw a couple of people mention it and, maybe it hasn't really taken off yet. So you got your 3 Ignis, you have 3 Maiden, and then you have 1 Dynamite. So I'm maxing out on most of the Draco monsters. You'll see here, well, I may as well. And then I'm actually using a Draith as well. So I'm not maxing out on all of them. I mean, this is at 1. This is at 3. Of course, most people don't even know what this card is. But I'm honestly using this because I'm using Waterfall in this deck. So, once I get to it, I will discuss that. But that's the monsters. So, honestly, you don't have your power play of, doing a bunch of cards, carded demise. You're going to see that play less often. I mean, you can still certainly hit it, but it's not always going to be there for you. Then you have the 3 heritage, you have the 3 disciples, you have 2 desires, you have 2 duality. So I could get a lot of flack for that as well. Honestly, just trying to limit the cards that I can only do once per turn, as weird as that sounds. I mean, you definitely want to get started too, but by using Waterfall, you're actually drawing a whole lot. And then, yeah, I mean, that's just kind of my mindset. And honestly, like, it's very, very hard to cut down on cards. Because, like, even with the monsters, I even want to use more monsters because of Waterfall and being able to draw. But honestly, I just cannot find space. It's absolutely insane. The one of spells, you have Diagram, Card of Demise, you have Domain, and you have Terraforming. So I was going to use set rotation just so that, I have another way to get into Diagram. That still may change with a later build, but I mean, Domain's insane. So once I saw that these, hits were made for this deck, Diagram, Card of Demise, they're big hits, but that doesn't mean you can't put other cards in here to make this deck work. I mean, Domain in itself, you have Domain and a monster, like, what is your opponent doing? I mean, it's essentially Monarch's Erupt and a tribute monster on the board. They'll get their effects off the main summons, right? But then it's, no special deck, or no extra deck, I'm sorry. So that's just what I'm rolling with for now. Onto the traps. You have 3 Apocalypse, 3 Solemn Judgments, 3 Monarchs Erupt, 3 Waterfall of Dragon Souls. So, just zooming in here, you can add a worm monster from your deck to your hand, or you can send any number of worm monsters from your hand and or face up on the field to the grave, draw cards equal to the amount of monsters plus 1. So I'm just trying to turbo, see more cards, see my power plays, because honestly, just seeing the Dracos and, your continuous spells and traps, I mean, that in itself, that's going to keep you in the game. And honestly, by dropping a monster that you're going to get some card off of and then having Solemn to back up like your board, I mean, that's still not awful. And then, I do want to find ways to turbo into, Diagram if I can. So that's why I was saying it's kind of weird I'm using 2 duality, but honestly, I like this card a whole lot, more. And honestly, it's just finding the space for it. So continuing on, 2, there can only be 1. 2 Crackdown. Then you have Skill Drain, and then True King's Return. So 2 Crackdown, I don't think I see a whole lot of people using three. I don't think that's too weird. Two there can only be one. So with the old way the deck used to be able, I mean, you can still run this deck like it used to, but you may actually have ways to have multiple guys on the board now. So you're not using a really low amount. That may be weird too, and that may be something that'll change as well. But honestly, again, it's like it's not something you want to see two of. You have enough draw power and search power. You're eventually just gonna hit that. Not saying that's the right call, but honestly, I just had to try and find some space. So that's it for now. Another thing you could do, another engine, you could just cut the waterfalls, you could cut the Drafe, maybe like Domain, and then you could add Spellbook Magician of Prophecy, Spellbook of Knowledge, and Spellbook of Secrets. I was just going to do another profile showcasing that, but I figure I won't waste your time because honestly, like everything else would pretty much just stay the same. But basically just the two carded demise that we lost with the stack. I'm just trying to find engines or cards to be able to put in there and have the stack be playable still. So thank you guys for watching. If you play Yu-Gi-Oh, you know how good floodgates are, so I don't think that this deck is dead. I think it's still going to top some regionals. It could still top a YCS. We never know. I mean, we'll see in time. But yeah, not ready to give up on this deck. So thanks again, guys, and have a good day. Peace.